Hey, it's Jason Unleashed, you guys. How's it going? Jason Carter here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with me here today. It's hump day, and getting you over the hump, I thought I'd bring the funny with my guest. And she's dope, one, two, talented, and three, a riot. She is Jade Catta-Preta, host of The Soup on E, and The Soup is fun. It's this wonderful, jovial, just incredible show that has been on the air for about 30 years now, and Jade is the newest host of this show. And if you guys haven't seen it, you need to get into it. She's gonna step into the room in just a bit. You guys know the drill. If you have questions or anything like that, hit me below, and we'll try to get to them as soon as possible. And if you haven't seen it, I recommend you guys go and get it together. Nonetheless, you guys like my top. This is from H&M. This is old, but this is like the second time I've worn this shirt. Anyways, Jade's here. I'll let her clock my shirt and see if it's worthy of her approval. And see if she'll read me on my own Instagram live. But anyways, Jade Catta-Preta. Jade Catta-Preta. Hey, Jade.
Hi. I love your shirt. That's the first thing I noticed. I was like, ah.
Well, I felt like I had to get dressed for you today because, like, I'm a huge fan. I thought, well, what would be the most fun, energetic way to wear for Jade? Because you're so jovial and you have such energy yourself. So this was it.
I love that. I have a lot of like old stuff from when I was a kid in Brazil. That's like, it's like really broken English.
Yeah.
Like, have beautiful night days. Like what? So I love that.
Jade, hi. Welcome to Jason Unleashed. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing?
I'm feeling good. We filmed a good episode yesterday. I just watched it. It didn't make me cringe too much. You know what I mean? Like when you watch yourself sometimes, you're like, and you know, despite the world ending, I think there's some good things happening. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I just had some tea.
Good for you. Hey, I'm trying to get on that tea wagon. Me and coffee have a very intimate pornographic relationship I'm trying to let go of. But good for you for the tea. You mentioned that tonight's episode of The Soup is really good. You also said it on your social media. What's happening? Why is it so amazing besides it regularly being amazing?
Well, I think you know, it took us a little bit to get into the rhythm of the way that we're filming. You know, there's obviously nobody on set anymore, so I'm just delivering to silence, which I'm used to from stand-up sometimes. But I think we're just finally getting in a rhythm where we like understand the Zoom connection and like I'm getting more used to the silence one, and then you know just we're all like really in a collaborative moment where we're all kind of really gelling and we're all on the same page. And I like look forward to it so much every week now. And so, yeah, I think it's a good one. I think it all came, and there's a lot of really funny, weird act outs too. So I'm excited.
It's tons of fun to watch. Such good energy, so entertaining. E did a great job reviving the show. You were joining the ranks of some legendary talk soup and soup hosts. Greg Kinnear, House Sparks, Joe McHale, and now you, Aisha Tyler. How did this come to be? Tell me the story. I know your PR was like, you have 30 minutes with Jade. Make it count.
My PPR, I love it. Shout out to Jen.
I love it too.
It was like kind of a lucky thing. I had just done a pilot with Nick Cannon for the E. I tried to sell this pilot where I was like interviewing celebrities, checking out their social media kind of a thing. And it was a similar kind of setup to The Soup. And it was kind of like my audition tape in a way. And then I did the test, and it was just like right place, right time after 14 years of a lot of tears. So it was exciting. I got to be the bridesmaid.
Yeah, finally.
The bride, 14, I mean. Oh my God, the bride.
14 years after a lot of tears. I mean, you've cut your teeth in some of the most heralded places in comedy, you know, and you've trained. You're this Brazilian wonder, you know. And also, I practiced my Portuguese boa tarde. That means good afternoon in Portuguese, right?
Boa tarde.
I was almost there, Jade. Almost.
You did it. You said it. I understood it.
But you cut your teeth, and comedy was such a major part of your life. What was that journey like? And the times where you thought it wasn't going to happen, did you think, you know what, I'm just going to go be a nail technician or a dental assistant? Like, what was that journey like for you? And when did you know that this is what you wanted to do?
Oh man, I mean, I kind of fell into stand-up. I always wanted to do musical theater. That was kind of like my jam. I went to school for musical theater. So I thought that's what I would do. And then I got a job working at the Comedy Store bartending, and I kind of just fell into it, you know? Hold on. I feel like my connection's
It's a little spotty, but you know what? Now you're frozen. Jade, you froze. What happened? Where'd you go? Are you there? Jade, Jade, I don't want to lose you. No, it's
Am
okay.
I back?
Look, the internet is
Am I back?
sabotage. Yes, we're back. The internet is not our friend in 2020. The internet is just as bad as COVID. Okay, continue. So you fell into it, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I kind of felt, I started working. My first job here was at National Lampoon. I hosted a show there, and the director was like, "You should try stand up," and I was like, "No, nah." And then I saw some dude, like homeless dudes, doing it, and I was like, "I think I could do this." And then, it really is. It's like the first time you do a drug, you kind of chase that dragon, for the rest of your career. And, lots of ups and downs and lots of like, should I keep doing this? But you just kind of persevere, as you know.
Right.
And, things kind of fall into place in that way. And then just when you think you're there, you got to keep working even harder.
Right.
So it's a continuous just grind,
It's a grind if I've ever seen one. Now we're reimagining this show. The Soup it's come back. I remember when a wonderful woman, Annie Roberts at E, was talking about the Soup on.
I love Annie. Yeah,
Annie's incredible.
She's still our exec. Yeah.
Yeah, she's incredible. When she on social media was like, the Soup is coming back. I mean, we grew up on the Soup. It's been a part of television tapestry and E's television tapestry for almost 30 years now. But reimagining a flagship like that, the pressure. When you got the call and they said, "Jade, this is you. You're gonna be this." Did you throw up real quick, projectile vomit?
I was like, I was like kind of shocked. I was in New York. I had just I was about to do another job in New York because I didn't think it was gonna happen. So I kind of was already like in my head. I was like, I'm moving to New York. I'm a Brooklyn bitch now, and that's happening. And then I got the call, and I was just like kind of shocked. And then I couldn't tell anyone for like 5 months. So I just never left the house because I have such a big mouth. People are like, "What are you up to?" I'm like, "Nothing. I'm not hosting the Soup." What? So it was a whole journey. And now, of course, then to be paused, we kind of got our rhythm going, and then we paused for 5 or 3 months.
Yeah.
And so it's just been a lot. It's been a roller coaster, man. It's been a roller coaster.
First, again, I'm so happy that it's worked out and that you are, because there's nothing like seeing women killing the game. And we know, I don't like to put a gender specificity on comedy because they say nothing's off limits in comedy as far as jokes, but I think nothing's off limits in comedy as far as gender. Like everyone has a talent they bring to the table in an audience and their own story to tell. But to see a woman of color in the chair of a show like The Soup is so refreshing. It kicks ass.
Good.
2020 has been a dumpster fire, and it got even bigger because the Kardashians are leaving television, which is tragic. But for you, this year, how have you stayed sane throughout the pause and just keeping yourself busy in quarantine? Because
oh man, a lot of Zumba. I actually met someone. I made fun of him on The Soup, and we've now been dating for almost 6 months. No joke.
Dude, the universe, the odds of that matching up are like ridiculous. So, okay, is he sexy? Is he like short? Like no names, but describe him for us.
Well, he was on the STD of all reality shows, Temptation Island.
Oh,
and then he did X on the Peak, and we just made fun of how like his intro. And it's funny because it was like a very produced intro, obviously. But if he hadn't done it, I would have never made fun of him, and then we never would have connected, So the whole thing is just so trippy how we all can, like it connects us all,
Right.
And comedy really is that universal language that we all can connect through. So a lot of that, and a lot of Zumba, and a lot of walks, a lot of hikes,
good walk.
A lot of solo beach trips.
Jade, I can't do Zumba though, because every time I go into a Zumba gym, it smells like feet. Like it smells like a dojo. Like I just can't deal. Like put your shoes on. Like, am I wrong in that? This does smell like feet, right?
It does have a faint smell of feet at any place you go to. But I've been going to this place called Heartbeat in Atwater Village. I love it. But now it's all Zoom. So it's your own living room doesn't smell like feet, I have a feeling. And I love it. It's like me and a bunch of like older women, and we're just
sweating it out.
Oh, excuse me. Hey, Google, stop.
Wait, was that your best Gloria Estefan rendition right there you're going to do for me?
Come and shake your body. I actually like, I love it. I think I like put wrist weights on and I'm just like, it gets me in such a better mood. Like I'll wake up really cranky. I always wake up cranky, and then Zumba really takes me out of it. So
That's incredible. Being funny is hard. Really, it is, Jade. I mean, you know that better than anybody. On a show like The Soup, where your job is to be funny, you guys have a close-knit group of writers and producers. Like,
sorry, you broke up a little bit. What did you say?
I said, you guys on The Soup, you guys have a close-knit group of writers, right, in the room, and producers that make it happen. What do you do on days where it's just not happening, where you feel like you're not gelling with the jokes or the material?
Oh, man. You know, I think it's really similar to like when you're on stage with stand-up. Like after you do it for a while, there's this, I can't even explain, but it's there's this invisible energy. It's almost like riding a wave. You can kind of feel the wave. It's like jump ropes, you know, and you can kind of feel when you're off. And then honestly, for me, like if I can take a breath, I can hop back on. But my thing is like, I want to rush through everything because I have this like frantic energy. So for me, it's really about like being centered and being grounded and like listening and like kind of like hearing the beats versus just kind of plummeting through, which is what I want to do.
Well, yeah, it's funny how listening is such a key ingredient to a lot of things, right? It's unreal how people need to listen a lot more than they talk, myself included. You work so hard, you're so busy. when you are constantly giving of yourself and of your craft, because that wears on you, whether you believe it or not. Like people don't realize that when you are a creative and your job is a creative job, that's such a well that's being depleted all the time. Because one, what you do is a labor of love. You're very passionate about it. Talent takes a lot to cultivate and to grow. How do you refill that well? What motivates you? What inspires Jade Catta-Preta?
Oh man, I love laughing. You know, I like making people laugh. Like I like feeling connected to people through laughter. I think that's why I miss stand-up so much, because I just love I love seeing people just like tears running down their face, forgetting their worries, and just for that 1 minute, just laughing at that vagina joke I just told. Like that's I'm like, so for me, it's really about the community and, you know, the kind of strength that we can have from laughing at a situation, because it's so bad now that it's like, what else are we going to do about it? You know, cry circles, we can't.
Right.
And so I just enjoy it. And then also, you know, because I've gotten to really involve my Brazilian community of comics into this. There's a lot of Portuguese throughout the show, sprinkled throughout the show. And the fact that the show is in Brazil,
awesome.
That's been kind of a dream come true. So it's really about that, that community.
And that's super cool that it airs. But can you see me? Can you see me? We're good?
I can see you. I can see you.
Okay, perfect. Because I don't know what's going on with the internet right now. Everyone is celebrating.
I know, mine's shit.
It's crazy. You know what? It's COVID. I'm telling you. Josh McBride says, "Hey, you're iconic." Everyone is celebrating the hell out of you in the comments. They're saying the soup is amazing. Jade brings it each and every week. So proud. They could see you on SNL. Great question, Jade. Did you ever try out for SNL?
I never tried out for SNL, you guys. I've had a lot of experiences with it. I had an ex who wrote on the show, and a lot of my friends are on it. And I mean, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that. But yeah, it's such a grind. I don't know. I do characters, but I feel like I really can only do a New York accent. And so when it's anything else, they're making fun of me. But yeah, it would be such a fun show to work on. My God.
I know. I'm a huge SNL fan, and I think SNL, much like anything, comedy it's very cyclical, and also too, like, some of the content's not funny, but SNL has managed in 46 seasons to still stay funny.
Is it 46 now?
Yeah, I think 46 is premiering soon if they're back to production, which I'm not sure if they are, but
yeah.
If you weren't making people laugh on The Soup, what would you be doing?
Oh boy, I'd probably be running some properties. I'm really into real estate. I like looking inside units, and then I love fashion stuff. So maybe something in fashion. I don't know, or I'd marry a really rich dude and be on a reality show about that. I never really thought about it. It's really it's all I can really do. Like I think about that all the time when I'm driving. I'm like, what else would you do? What about you? What would you do?
Well, I think I would. I don't know, and it's so scary. That's the thing because okay, look, you know, when you grow up, your parents plan B. You always heard plan B. Make sure because what you wanted to do more times than not was laughed at, right? When you said, "Oh, I want to go into whatever," they're like, "Haha, sure you
Like,
do.
yeah,
Good
right,
luck."
yeah.
Right, and so you always carry that. I don't want that insecurity of okay, well, this is the road less traveled. This is kind of like an outlier way of existing or outlier experience. So I have to have a plan B. But I felt, Jay, I felt like the plan B always depressed me because, like, no, why can't I just achieve my plan A? Why do I have to have the burden of thinking about a plan B?
I
Right?
agree. Yeah.
It's like not fair. I should be able, us being marginalized groups of people, us being people of color, I'm a gay male, you are a woman, we are marginalized.
Yeah,
Jay.
I'm a gay male as well.
See, yeah,
Yeah,
work.
it's how I identify. I'm a 14-year-old gay boy. That's like what I've always felt like on the inside.
Slay, Jay.
Yeah,
Slay, Jay.
yeah.
But like, we're made to feel that our dreams don't matter and what we want doesn't matter sometimes. In an industry like entertainment, that we're very quickly tell you what you're not before they will accept you and tell you what you are. You internalize that a lot. So
Yeah.
the plan B becomes the piranha nipping at your back because you're like, well, this may not work out, so let me get into that. But you also, your gut saying no, your passion is this. You felt like, I say people with talent, Jade, have powers. You are a mutant, okay? You have a mutant power of comedy that you share with the world, that you save the world with. And it sounds so stupid, but it's the freaking
No, I
truth.
believe it. I do. I think laughter is the best medicine. And I think it's also like in this time, we're all feeling very lost because the industry is kind of our beating heart. You know, that's how
Right.
we all feel connected. We're all fighting to get to this place in our heads. And now this place might not even exist. So it's like, we're all learning to shift and kind of adapt. You know, we got to grow our necks tall so that we can
Right.
eat all the fruit at the top of the tree. Like we just
Right.
have to adapt. And so hopefully there will be no plan Bs for us. We make it work on Zoom and Instagram Live and do what we can, pantless or not. We're doing it.
We're doing
I'm
it.
wearing pants. I'm wearing pants. I am wearing pants.
Same. Good. I was gonna ask. I was like, are you in a leopard thong, Jade? Is that how you roll at home?
Can you imagine? This is
Yeah, I could. As long as the grooming is good, a leopard thong is fine.
Oh, always. No, at all times I'm ready to go swimming. All times.
When is your birthday?
I'm a February birthday, February 19th.
You're cuspy Pisces.
I am cuspy. I'm on
Cuspy.
the Aquarius and Pisces, but I think that I associate more with Pisces.
Good, because Aquarians normally are know-it-alls. My husband's a Pisces. We can be friends, Jade.
Okay.
Okay, now we have the soup. It's back. People are loving it. You're there. When people watch the soup, beyond laughing, what do you want them to walk away from after they see an episode? How do you, when you're staring down the barrel, delivering those lines and having that connection, who is that to? Who are you connecting with? Is there a one singular person? Is it an aunt or your mom?
No. It's the person that's had a really rough day and is exhausted, and they come home and for 22 minutes they're laughing, they're making fun of me, they forget what is going on in their life, whether it's good or bad. They just escape. We want it to feel like an entire universe for people who love TV, but also for people who don't know anything about TV.
Sure.
So it's just a place to get away. We want it to feel silly. We don't want it to be, it's not a heavies. It's not a political show. There's a lot of poop jokes. So we just want people to have a good time. So it's that person that like needs that. That's who I want to cater to.
How did comedy, you say that person that needs that, how did comedy save you in a way? How did comedy get you through?
Oh man, I was like kind of, I was always like very precocious, but I was an awkward kid. I was like a very thin little flat kid in Brazil in a place where butts are in always. And so I was kind of shy in that way, and comedy, stand-ups especially, definitely helped me with confidence. It helped me feel like I belonged somewhere. It made me feel important in a way that I had never felt. And it's such an empowering thing to be up there with a mic, just talking about whatever you want, and to be feeling that people are hanging at the edge of their seats, kind of waiting for you. I miss that silence so much when you're on stage. it's fully silent and they're waiting for that punchline and just that moment right when you know they're all going to erupt. Oh, it's like, it's just, it really is addicting. It's addicting.
Yeah. I feel that. It's like when they count you down, 3, 2, 1, when you're a host, that adrenaline rush. Yes. And then when you kill it, you're like, I just killed that.
But isn't it crazy? Sometimes like your brain can really hit it and you're reading the teleprompter and you're like, I can read. And then other times you like, there's some days that I'm just like, I get so caught up. And so hopefully the longer I do it, the more rhythmic I do it, you know, I'm hitting it.
And watching you, it's so humbling and really cool and refreshing to hear you say that because you're such a pro. But what have you learned the most about yourself being in this position, and how has it challenged you to elevate and up your game? Because I think when they say that that life begins at the end of your comfort zone, right? Obviously, live television and network television isn't comfortable for a lot of people. For yourself, what has been the biggest growth experience for you?
Man, that's a really great question. I mean, it's a different answer for two things. One was like the answer for before COVID, which was just kind of making it my own and proving to the people that, you know, I'm not trying to be any of the other hosts. I'm trying to make it myself. So finding my voice was kind of my first challenge, my first like out of comfort zone, and also being compared to Joel so much, and not listening to people saying that stuff, me being like, I'm the captain now.
Right.
And then now the new challenge is delivering to silence. Really, honestly, it's been really a challenge for me to like leave those beats in, you know, where people would be laughing and comfortably hitting a joke and having no response is a whole new universe. And it's uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable at first. I was kind of just speeding through everything. And yeah, so that's been my second challenge. And now I'm just like trying to be wishful for a second season. So if you guys are out there.
I'm giving you the Jasonunleashed manifestation. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Have any of the you receive it? Was that sage? Was that just
it was a crystal.
Oh, okay.
It was a crystal.
Are you saging me, Jade? What are you doing? Have any of the old, the former Soup hosts reached out to you, and have you powwowed with them?
Oh yeah. It's been a whole thing. Like right before I got to work with House Sparks, which was awesome, and then I knew John Henson from stand up. He was actually my favorite host, and you know, he gave me some words of advice right before the first day of shooting, and that was so sweet. And I met Joel. We did a stand-up show together, and I was actually about to do something with Aisha Tyler at South by Southwest in March, which didn't happen. So she's my one that I haven't, and then of course Greg Kinnear I haven't met. But yeah, everybody's been really supportive. Even the old showrunner reached out and was like, "Hey, it's your turn. Like, do what you will." So that was encouraging and really cool.
Well, you're killing it, Jade. You're a joy to watch.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely, I enjoy. I was over the moon when I heard the Soup was coming back. 'Cause for a lot of people, nostalgia matters, and right now we want comfort. And when I heard the Soup was coming back, it felt like an old friend was returning. And then to have you host it, you feel like a new friend is forming new relationships with the audience. So, hey, we're here for you, and we celebrate you. We see you, and congratulations. You deserve all the success you have.
You're so sweet. I want to hug you.
Hugs.
You're so sweet.
When does it, tell people where they can watch the Soup, and when does it air for those people living under
yes.
don't know?
It's a little like Wednesday nights at 11 on E, and you can also watch it online at NBC.com or check it out on my social media, Jade Catta-Preta. And actually, I don't know if you mind this, but October 17th, I have my very first virtual hour of comedy that I'm doing called Me, Myself, and Zumba.
Zumba, yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Jade, you can promote the shit out of whatever you want on Jasonunleashed. You have my approval. You have my go-ahead. And it has been so dope to talk to you. We can't wait so you said October 17th?
October 17th at 7 p.m. at rushtix.com, and I'll post a million things about it. There's going to be dancing. There's going to be singing. It's going to be weird. I'm excited. And
it will not smell like feet because people are going to keep their shoes on. So there we have it.
I love the wraparound. I love the wraparound.
I can't let it go. Hey, Jade, it has been a pleasure to talk to you. All the best. And good luck with everything. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.
Yes, I'll see you in person.
Bye, babe.